Puka Nacua is expected to play. According to ESPN's Diana Russini, the Rams are expecting him to play. What's that mean? Again, we're here to discuss that the league, coaches, news wires, teams, we're not hearing all the facts anymore. We have to make our own determination. We have to figure out how to dissect and decipher the news, especially the reports coming from coaches. We have Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan, all year long deceiving us about his injury report. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey has a calf injury. Oh, wait, it's actual double Achilles tendonitis. Forgot to mention that one. We've seen it all year long. So we have to be very cautious, but Puka Nacua is expected to play according to the Rams per Diana Russini. Jordan Love expected to play. Fire up Jordan Love. That's not even a question. It seems like it's a full go. Puka's, the only reason we're questioning Puka's is because we've been told this before. We're here to talk about all that more. Start bench advice. A little early tonight. We might go live again later, but right now we're early. It's 6 p.m. my time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. Daylight savings kicks in, so the games start 1 hour later tomorrow for a lot of people. Kickoff for me is usually 10 a.m. Now it'll be 11 a.m., which is fantastic. I get another hour to sleep. The Fantasy Football Show, the Saturday walking into Week 9 show, the Start Bench show, the Puka Nacua expected to play show begins right now. File on in.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
So file on in. We'll be doing a full-fledged show right here. And I'm also going to put something on screen here that we need to talk about, and we need to talk about now. We've talked about it, quite a bit here and there. But we'll probably be having a Dynasty show here tonight, I hope. And our topic is going to be Ashton Jeanty, probably the league's top incoming rookie running back by a country mile. And this guy should win the Heisman Trophy as a running back. This guy is going to be the next. I mean, we might make him a Moon Man, Mars Man, Saturn Man, like now, like today, in anticipation for the draft, in anticipation for his NFL debut. Ashton Jeanty, look at his lines this year: 271 and 6 touchdowns, 203 touchdowns. It's a running back. If you don't know, this is a running back. I'm not reading off QB stats. 271 and 6, 203, 127 and 0, 266 and 4, 186 and 3, 237 and 2, 139 and 1, 180 and 2. Best college running back since Barry Sanders. Ashton Jeanty didn't even play in the second half of 2 of those games. If there was ever a Saturn man to anoint literally in November, the beginning of November, it's this man. Probably anointing him a Saturn man in a separate show. So, yeah, the 6 touchdowns is crazy, bro. This guy's wild. He's absolutely insane. He's crushing Derrick Henry's college football stats. He's crushing everyone's. He's trying to become better than Barry Sanders was in college, is what his goal is, and he's in the mix for that. That's how good of a season he is. It's absolutely remarkable. So more to come on Ashton Jeanty, but probably going to be a Moon Man, Saturn Man, Mars Man by, I would say, maybe tonight. Maybe we do a show on that tonight, and we figure that out. Let's go through as many super chats as we can in a second. Again, I want to get to this news real quickly. Jordan Love, groin expected to start Sunday against the Lions, according to Diana Russini. And I said at ESPN, The Athletic, I guess, is who she's representing these days. But Diana Russini from The Athletic is expecting Jordan Love to play. Now, everything's coming from Diana Rossini pretty much on this live stream with the news right now. It's like she's trying to get out in front of all of everybody else and break all these pieces of news, I guess. But, I mean, she's been accurate. There have been things that she's missed on. Who hasn't missed? I'm not trying to judge. I'm just merely saying, this sounds like a lot of opinion pieces right now that are being run out. They get picked up, though. She's a big enough name that when she says it, then it gets reported by NBC Sports, which is what these clippings are from. So these are from NBC Sports on Diana Rossini's recent tweets and conversations around the NFL injuries and players. And so, like I said, it feels like they're all coming at once. I feel like sometimes people try and make waves. I think this Puka Nacua news right here from Diana Rossini, the Rams are expecting, quote unquote, Nacua knee questionable to suit up against the Seahawks on Sunday. I am expecting it as well, and McVay's made it pretty clear, but I don't think there's anything new here. I think it's just Diana Rossini saying it, and so everybody's reporting it as if it's something significant, when really all she's telling you is what we already know, that McVay's saying he's questionable. I can't imagine him, betting against him. He's going to give it his all and try and go on Sunday, and now he's expected to play. I think it's just words. I think we're massaging words out here. So, again, be careful, be mindful, but more than anything, be here in the morning, and then you have no problem whatsoever. We will 99.9% know what's up by tomorrow morning. Okay, so just file on in here and we'll take care of it. Also know that McVay's pretty accurate when he describes what's going on. He's got a really high percentage of being not misleading in terms of the news that he drops, or the indications he gives out, or the expectations he delivers in a press conference about injured players, or players expected or not expected to play, or questionable to play. So I do feel like what McVay's saying can be taken with more than a grain of salt. Drake May, Patriots QB Drake May, concussion, cleared the concussion protocol and will start week 9. You've got that option if you're scrambling around, but with Love being good to go, that was where a lot of people's desperate dilemmas came from. Diana Rossini again. It's just trying to control the news market. If I come out here and I say everything now, I'll get coverage. I don't know what's going on here. Jets have received calls about the availability of Garrett Wilson. Jets have received calls about the availability of Garrett Wilson and corner DJ Reed, but don't expect New York to move them. It seems like a lot of obvious stuff we're talking about here, right? Hey, according to Diana Rossini, the sun may rise tomorrow. Garrett Wilson may not be traded. Puka Nacua, who's questionable, but McVay says he hopes will give it a go, and he don't ever rule out Puka Nacua is expecting to be played by this Rams team. Garrett Wilson, hey, hold on a second. This is Buffalo. Garrett Wilson. The guy that made the Jumpman catch. Air Jordan. Woo! Yeah, that guy. Yeah, we were wondering, is he available? We saw his highlight tape. We're real excited about it. We're wondering if this guy was available for a tryout over here in Buffalo. Oh, he's under contract. Oh, you guys are happy with the services, huh? Not looking to deal him, eh? Okay. Well, you know where to find me if you guys change your mind. If he becomes difficult, these receivers are divas. Yeah, he becomes difficult, you call me. All right, pal. Thank you. Garrett's not available, boys. Let's circle the phones. I hear maybe, I hear we can maybe get another receiver in here. What are we doing here? Breaking news. I almost went live on this. Not. Breaking news. Garrett Wilson's not being traded. Several teams have reached out. Not being traded. that's really the meat and potatoes of the news for right now. And there you go. Trade Scary Terry for Debo. Scary Terry safer. If you need wins now, I probably remain in the Scary Terry fold here. If you can afford, let's say you're 7 wins, 6 wins, there's something to be said here about Debo Samuel playing football without Brandon Ayuk for the rest of the season. So, if I had to guess, bro, I would say this. I do believe Debo outscores Debo outscores Terry McLaurin from week 10 on. But that's it. It's not like it's cut and dry though. It's not like it's an easy call. It's not like it's not going to be close. It's not like it's not going to be back and forth. I think you got to ask the question of, do I want Debo Samuel coming off the bye week, fresh, healthier, no Ayuk? We're talking about top 5 to 10 potential wide receiver numbers. And the only reason people are discrediting his ability to do so, which is wild because his counterpart's out for the year, is because he's been banged up and disappointed a few people. So it depends. If you can afford to wait the week right now, I kind of lean Debo by a hair. I understand why people would say McLaurin. I love both of them. But there's no reason you can't think either one of them. I mean, they might both be top 12 overall going forward. So I'm fine with either side. I do think Debo Samuel is going to absolutely be on a tear. What my advice to you would be, and let me see real quick, what side of the trade are you on that side? Scary tear for Debo. Have him put the trade up, accept it a minute after the games begin or right after kickoff. That way it goes through the next week. Is it shady? Maybe. Is it his fault? Yes. Everybody knows that. Trade 101. You send an offer up that someone's going to accept after kickoff. That's your fault for leaving it up. That's the way I look at it. Dog eat dog world. This is not the let me hold your hand fantasy league that I play in, at least. I don't play in those leagues. Let me hold your hand. Hey buddy, can you fix your lineup? I'm playing in this week and you got somebody on a bye. It's dog eat dog world. So what I do is I start Scary Terry. I accept this trade as soon as the week begins, Hunter. And I do it live. Khalil Herbert stash, maybe. I mean, could he be traded? But you're playing on some assumptions. Does a team even want him at this point? Just because we've talked him up in circles, trade circles, and news circles. Oh, he could be one of the most traded players. He does feel like he will be, but I don't know. I don't know if teams even, I don't know what teams are even doing. Cowboys, will they even make a trade for him? I would say he's a stash depending on what you could cut. Like, if you think something's going down before kickoff, you could cut your kicker, hold him, pick up a kicker, and then immediately grab him again, or, figure something out. I don't know. Khalil Herbert definitely in Dallas would be interesting, but then you got to ask yourself, like, will he even be successful there? Because they can't do anything there in Dallas in terms of running the damn ball. I mean, it is brutally bad, my boy. It is bad. 5-3, Kittle, Mason, Garendo, Pearsall. But to answer your question, yes, he's a good stash if you can afford it. I don't know. It depends on your drop. Kittle, Mason, Garendo, Pearsall, Davis. No tight end this week. Worth dropping one of these guys to get Gesicki or Henry. I definitely think Henry's a good play, my man. I'd say... I hate to say you're risking it, bro. Big time. But you could drop Ray Davis for a week, and I don't know that anybody's going to pick him up. But I definitely wouldn't go without a tight end at 5-3. It's not like you're sleepwalking into the best seed ever. You definitely want to fight and put up a good fight all the way through. I would say Henry for sure. Hey Smitty, Kirk Cousins or Darnold this week? I'd probably go Kirk Cousins. I think a case could be made for either. They're both fantastic. options, to be honest with you. I think the Dallas and Atlanta game, which is the second game right here, is going to be an absolute shootout. But that might mean that it's not, because that's the way fantasy is. My CMC for Chase Brown, Olave, and Ingram, I would take Chase Brown, Olave, and Ingram. I could be making a bad gamble that McCaffrey doesn't come back to some sort of form, but I think you're taking an equal size gamble, assuming he will. And Chase Brown is the lone starter this week. I think it's unbelievable to get, I think, Olave potentially at his, I think, onset of returning to the player we think he could be. Just skyrockets up a little bit, Carr coming back, all that. I think it's a good value. I think it's a really good value, Mac. PPR, start 2. Wide receivers, Flowers, Myers, Ladd, Dobbs. This is easy. Flowers and Ladd. Those are the calls. Here we go. 6-point PPR, need a flex. Jaden Reed, Irving, Hopkins. We're going to go with Jordan Love playing. We're going Jaden Reed, and we're not really hesitating. However, I will say Bucky Irving's a nice play, but I'm not hesitating on that. Auden or Ferguson, thanks for what you do. Thank you, Tyler, for the positivity. Damn, boy. Auden for me. Auden's on fire, broski. He's on fire. Start Mahomes or Love. I'm probably going Love. I'm sorry, Mahomes. I'm not sitting Mahomes. I'm not doing it. I don't care. I'm not doing it. Mahomes. Thoughts on a second half Jermaine Burton breakout? Bengals say big snap share increase. It could be. This is a really good player that should have been used more and wasn't. And Yoshi Voss kind of leapfrogged him. And it wasn't like very clear as to why. Obviously performance, or they trusted him more, but experience, etc. But I think Burton, there's a reason Burton was super hyped on this channel and everywhere, really. Could have been a higher draft pick than he was. Everybody loved him as a prospect. There was just certain things that dropped his value. But, yeah, I think he's certainly in the cards, B-Man. Certainly a great hold, stash and hold. Rain expected in Packers game, still starting Love over guys like Nix, Herbert, Flacco. I mean, you could say, look, rain is not the worst thing in the world. It's wind. Rain, sometimes even snow. It's really wind. Wind is the only thing that scares the hell out of people, and should. Rain, it's hard to say. It could be absolutely expected to be rainy, and we don't see a lick of rain, bro. That's the way it goes. I'm going to say right now, I think I go Love. I don't think I'm sitting Love for Flacco or Nix, but if you ask me to put my life on it, Paul, I'd say hell no. Because could Flacco be number 5 out of all quarterbacks scoring in week number 9? You bet your bottom dollar he could be. Could be. Not bet your bottom dollar he will be. Bet your bottom dollar he could be. So I don't think that's an easy call. Chad, if you would rather go Flacco over Love or Herbert over Love or Bo Nix over Love, please vote in the chat. I'm going to go Jordan Love. Drop 2, Vidal, Khalil Herbert, or Garendo. Drop 2, I'm probably dropping Herbert and Vidal. I like Vidal, but I'm going to go with Garendo here. Everybody's assuming everything's going to be copacetic and well-oiled and fully on track for CMC coming out of the bye week and heading into week 10. I'm just not so sure we even know what we're looking at. And he might have a bad week. Remember, Christian McCaffrey is chronic bilateral Achilles tendonitis. He's going to have that for the rest of his life. And he's going to go out there 1 week and it's going to be bad. Go out there 1 day and it's going to be bad. Go out there 1 half and it's going to be bad. Might be good the next game, the next half, the next quarter, the next hour, the next day. It's going to be like this. There's a chance maybe it's subsided. Maybe he got the treatment that's illegal over here. We don't even know what he got over there. It's assumptions, okay? There's a total assumption. We don't know if what he had take place overseas, the treatment he got, was something that you could have got here. He just liked the doctor better or something. We have no clue. They're not going to give us that information. Only speculation. But maybe there's something that's experimental that makes him good for 6 months. I don't know. We don't have that information. It's certainly in the realm of possibility. Therefore, I can't tell you McCaffrey will for sure get hurt if he tries to rush back. But if he rushes back, I think re-injury is very highly likely. PPR Downs or Chase Brown. even Steven, Derek. I can't get in this boat. I can't tell you to sit Chase Brown. I can't tell you to sit down. So they're so even. I'd probably say Downs has the upside for, or probably safer. Chase Brown, maybe a little bit more risky, but more capable of a 2-touchdown, 150 total yard game. But like Downs could get 120 and 2. Last week he had 2 touchdowns. One was called back. Really, I don't know. I feel like I could argue both sides. One's higher risk, one's higher. Maybe not. Maybe they're both high risk, high reward, equally. It kind of feels like that. So, Derek, I wish I could give you an answer, but I'd be lying to you. I'd be doing you a disservice. So let's go to the chat because I don't have an answer here. Sometimes I don't have an answer. And the best thing I can do for you is give you the chat's vote, or I'm doing you a disservice by going, Downs! Let's go Downs. I want to do right by you, Derek. So chat, Downs or Chase Brown? I'm going to lock in on Chase Brown, but barely. Chase Brown? I don't know which one's got more upside, though, really. Half PPR, 6-point TD, Baker or Mahomes? Mahomes. I get it. You want to go Baker, I'm not mad at you. Probably could be, you could be right, I could be right, who knows? I'm going Mahomie, baby. Pick one, trade Kareem Hunt. And I go Mahomie because they're winning, they're on track. Hopkins is going to be more versed and do better things. I think he will. Kelsey's in a groove. Worthy's more versed. It's all going to get better. They're playing well. Mahomes is making magical plays. It's not like he's playing bad. Pick one, trade Kareem Hunt for Devontae Smith. Kareem Hunt for Josh Downs and Wan'Dale Robinson, or Kareem Hunt for Josh Downs and Michael Pittman. Give me Devontae Smith. Final answer. Let's see. Devontae Smith, Kareem Hunt for Downs and Wan'Dale, and Hunt for Downs and Pittman. Yeah, give me Devontae Smith. But look, I think trading Hunt right now feels like trading Mason weeks ago. When I made the video, should you trade Jordan Mason? How do you trade Jordan Mason? Should you, and how do you? So, that time is now for Kareem Hunt too. So I understand this trade, and I probably do that as well. But is there a world where Hunt continues to thrive? Yes, but I don't know that I'm banking on that with the return of Isaiah Pacheco, which appears to be, if we set a safe target date, week 11, but do not rule out an earlier return. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Don't do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm refreshing all the news. Nothing of note has been really dropped in the last 10 or 15 minutes, other than a lot of little trade speculation pieces, or you've got things like no buyers or sellers before Tuesday's trade deadline in terms of Bronco players. Kansas City is not done making roster moves, so to speak, looking to make some moves potentially, and I believe that one. Things like that are in the news right now, speculative pieces. And it's somewhat surprising news. Despite losing Diggs, the Texans aren't expected to make any big splashes or trades, like things like that. But these are all speculative pieces of news. Again, this most of it coming from Diana Rossini today, because it seems like that's where all this is coming from. Need upside, Taysom Hill or Hawkinson? I'm going Hill until Hawkinson proves it. I know I could regret that, but I think I'd rather just wait until I get some evidence as to what he's going to be able to bring. Taysom Hill's also so capable of being breaking. Hold on, we got breaking news.
From the Fantasy Football.
Breaking news. Garrett Wilson will not be traded. Here's the report by Diana Rossini. Breaking news. Garrett Wilson. Calls have been made, but it looks like the Jets will not be trading him. We got replay footage of the event. Yep, New York. Hi, this is Houston. We lost Stephon Diggs. We're looking for another diva. Well, we got Adams, but he can't be traded. We just got him. Well, what about Garrett Wilson? Oh, well, he's not a diva. He doesn't qualify for your label. Well, that's okay. Is he available? Currently, we have him working on a project. It's called Jumpman 2025. I think he's tied up. We're not interested. Okay, well, let us know if you have any ideas later. Sounds good. Appreciate you.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
That report's real, though. Dinah Rossini reporting that the Jets are not trading Garrett Wilson. Babyface 6-2, 12-man full PPR. Wide receivers are Deontay Dell, Worthy. Running backs are Bijan, Achane, Tracy, Brian Robinson Jr., Chase Brown, Mostert. Trade ideas for an upgrade. The wide receivers are a little thin. Tracy's got good trade value. You're good with Bijan and Achane. Don't want you to trade Tracy, but Tracy, B. Rob Jr., Chase Brown. I feel like you could try and go get a Hill. You could try and go get a Debo. Try and go get a DK injured. You could try and go get a player of that magnitude. Even a potential Puka Nacua banged up right now using RBs like that. Honestly, like Tracy could get you a lot. Tracy could get you an injured DK. Tracy in something small could maybe get you Nico Collins. I've seen it. Tracy's very very hot commodity right now, and for good reason. So I'm certainly interested in making a move like that. And the last super chat, and then I'll go to the phone lines. Nate, get ready. And then also Charles, I got you queued up, hang tight. Dynasty trade Brooks plus a 25-second for Achane. Gee, let me think about that one. Give me Achane for 500, Bob. Bring him over. Bring him over, please. Set him down right here. Right here in Hated Chris's lineup. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. That's good, boys. All right, let's go over to Nate. Nate Dogg from Chicago. Nate, you're live.
What up, Smitty? I was wondering, do you think I should start Mahomes or Baker this week?
We had that question already. I don't know if you saw that. Not a big deal. I'm not trying to say you shouldn't ask it again, but Mahomes. I get it. I'm not mad at you for going Baker. You might say, Smitty, explain yourself. Well, it's I believe Mahomes is going to keep improving his stat lines. I believe Mahomes is going to drop that 3-4 touchdown game here soon. I think it might be this week. We're talking about a primetime game against each other on Monday Night Football. We talk about Baker having his wide receivers down. I get he did it last week, but this is the KC Chief defense. They're very tough. It's not like it's going to be all rose petals and white doves for Baker going forward. It can't be. But he is a baller. He deserves our credit. He deserves to get the start in many cases, but this one is not one of them for me, as Mahomes gets on his horse more and more each week.
Yeah, I agree. And then one more. Would you try to move on from J-Mo?
It depends on what you can get, my guy. I mean, context matters. Do I think J-Mo's getting suspended this year for the weapons stuff? No, not necessarily. Do I think it could affect him next year? Potentially. It depends. If they conclude something really quickly, he could definitely get a suspension this year. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I think a lot of people, when I reported on that, I was pretty hard on J-Mo. People came out of the woodwork saying, Smitty, he should be allowed to do this and that. It's not the argument. The argument was, did he have the proper paperwork for concealment? He didn't. So that's a problem. And it's one of many problems. And the NFL is going to say, look, you keep messing up, bro. You keep messing up over and over and over again. So I don't know. Maybe he gets suspended. Maybe he doesn't. I don't think the suspension will affect how the team views him, because the team reportedly already knew about this. I think it's been a month, and you've already heard Campbell talk about him as a person that he's fallen, and we're like, okay, from the suspension, from the PEDs is probably what he's talking about. But it sounds like there's more to it when you, in retrospect, go back and look at what Campbell said. I think Campbell's saying, look, we trust in him. We believe in the kid. We're going to give him a shot. So if the NFL does nothing, the Lions are going to do nothing. So everybody's saying, should I drop J-Mo? Why would you drop J-Mo? Just because I come out and I'm hard on the kid and I say, watch this kid fail out. If he isn't careful, if he doesn't change his mentals and start focusing on the game, he's going to find his way out of the league. Does it mean he will for sure? No, I'm hoping he doesn't. He's an absolute baller. He's one of the buy low wide receivers walking into this week. I took him off only because we don't know what's going to happen with that, but I still think he's in crafty fashion a good buy low.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree.
All right, bro, gotta go. Appreciate you.
All
right, hang tight. Everybody, mute yourself real quickly, and we read this one. I'll follow up if I drop Davis for the week 4 for Hunter Henry. I have to play Corum. No tight end this week. And too many 49ers to bench. How risky is it to drop Garrett? Pretty risky, bro, because you're going to be walking into a news week full of CMC. Where is he at? How's the shoulder for Jordan Mason? Maybe he's not ready. Garrett starts week number 10. That is not a fairy tale. That is not outside of the realm of possibility. Garrett starting week 10. Tell me that's improbable. It's not. It's not. So very risky. Would I rather start no tight end? I guess, bro. But TM, it's not an easy call for me to make. You're gonna have to make that judgment call yourself. But I will tell you, dropping Garrett might seem like a wise move to a lot of people. Yeah. What happened to Smitty's I got a pimple on my forehead, bro. Appreciate you, E111. All right, let's go over to the Bruce. The Bruce, and then... Oh, no, sorry, Bruce. Hang tight. Charles, you're live.
Hey, Smitty. So, Bo Nix or Caleb Williams this week?
Bo Nix or Caleb Williams. Give me Bo Nix.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Bo Nix, bro. I really think... he's been better than Caleb all year. Oh, how can you say that's better? Because it's facts. Like, people are so wild. Remember how much heat I took for saying I like Bo Nix more than Caleb anyway, walking into the season? Caleb was my number 4 ranked QB, 4 or 5 ranked QB from this rookie class, and people thought I was a joker. And I'm not saying that we can say anything about Penix Jr. over him right now, and I still have Penix Jr. over him, absolutely. 100%. But, that's so wild. Our golden boy, the next Patrick Mahomes, maybe. If anybody looks at Caleb Williams and sees Patrick Mahomes, I question their ability to play this sport and game we call fantasy football. I'm sorry if any of you on the phone line are taking grave offense to that, but I don't understand how anybody's seen. I hope so. Anything else I can do for you, Charles? Or what was your...
No, I was just kind of curious, is Adam Schefter losing his touch of not breaking the news first before everybody else?
No, I think what it is Diana Rossini's like literally, Diana, if you're watching, I doubt you are. It's crazier people watch the show than I could imagine though. Like Antonio Brown watches the show, but I think Diana Rossini is kind of like recycling the news today. It seems, and let's look. I'm not trying to say anything bad about her. She's got good reports a lot of the time. Sometimes they're not always the greatest. Sometimes they're great. But like talking about Garrett Wilson, and I guess if somebody called about it, it is funny. I suppose if I heard that, I might report on it too. But like, it's not even said in a funny. I don't know. It just feels like she's recycling some of the news. The Puka Nacua news, I don't think she has a single thing on this other than it's the Rams are expecting him to play, and McVay basically said what McVay is going to say, that he thinks, he wouldn't count out Puka. He's going to give it a go. He's going to do everything he can to play. And then it comes down to like a few people twisting that up and saying that Puka Nacua is going to be a go. I just don't know. expecting to play. That's what we have. I think so. So my point that you asked me, is Schefter losing it? I think there's more people with their hat in the game. They got their foot in the circle, and Diana Rossini's trying to do her best on a Saturday to get in front of some of this stuff, so that when it starts to kind of unfold, it's like, oh yeah, I talked about that already. I don't know. I don't think I think there's just more connections, you know what I mean? It used to be like social media was very, very narrow. Now it's so wide. It's a big, wide net. There's stories about how Schefter would get super upset if somebody in the ESPN company anywhere would post something about something breaking news, and they didn't go through Schefter first, clear it to make sure he wasn't going to talk about it. There's people's heads that rolled. There's a guy that called up and talked about that one time on the show that I think he or somebody he knew worked at ESPN, and they broke some news or something, and Schefter wanted him fired. Like, how dare you break news? I don't know if it's true. It's somebody's story, but it's wild to me how territorial he thinks he can be. Like he runs this town. I don't know. I think he's loosening up because he knows that, it's not something that he can control anymore. Social media, like look at Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee will break stuff sometimes. We'll have a lot of other people break stuff all the time. Schefter is still one of the most trusted people, even if he gets stuff wrong. Ian Rappaport's one of the most trusted people, even when he gets stuff wrong. I think what they end up doing sometimes is they blur the lines between their opinion and fact-based reporting, and they don't tell us when they flip the switch. Because Schefter's one of the worst opinion-based reporters, in my opinion. He's great, he's dialed in, he's connected, but when he doesn't tell us when he's making an opinion-based, statement, it's awful. Like, remember Aaron Rodgers getting traded on draft day a few years back? It was like he was reporting it. But then he came back and said, I had no real evidence. It was just my opinion. It's like, you didn't say it like it was your opinion. You said like you had a phone call that just came in. So I think that's where we're starting to feel like he's getting jealous. He's that guy that watches everybody else get all this like glory. He's the one that brings it to him, and then everybody presents it, talks about it. And he's just like the dial-in from the side of the street guy, Like, here's the DJ spinning the records and running the show, right? Let's go to the street corner and talk to Steve, who's giving out CDs on the corner. Hey, Steve, how you doing? And Schefter's like, I got breaking news. Here it is. Okay, Steve, we've had enough of you. And then the big boys break it down. I think he gets jealous about that. I think he wants to be on the big stage, even though he's got a great job. He's got one of the most cool jobs in the world, but he's not satisfied. I think it's almost like he wants more. He wants something different. That's what I feel like Schefter's doing.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate you, bro. Later. Bruce is loose. Then over to Terrell. Bruce, you're live.
Hey, Smitty. I need help on a flex. Wandell Robinson, Leggett, Hawkinson, Worthy, or Coleman. Or Higgins if he plays.
He's not. Worthy or Coleman is what I heard, really. So Worthy or Coleman. Chat, can we get a vote? Worthy or Coleman? Coleman or Worthy? Worthy or Coleman? Coleman or Worthy? Vote for our boy, the Bruce, who is loose on the phone line. Bruce, you hang tight while I get a vote on this. Let me go to Terrell. Terrell, you're live.
How you doing, Smitty? So, I need some help at flex as well. I lost T. Higgins just like Bruce. So I have either Taysom Hill versus Carolina with both running backs out, or you can go Julius Chestnut versus New England. Pretty bad run defense. Or Deontay Johnson versus Denver. He won't have Surtain on him. Or Kincaid versus Miami.
Who are the first names? The first two names?
Taysom Hill versus Carolina, or Julius Chestnut is Tony.
What about is Coker available? We keep talking about him whenever someone brings him. Yeah,
Coker and Elijah Moore are available.
Whenever we get this question, we've been typically asking that follow-up. Is Coker available? And it's about 90% yes. I think I'd probably go Coker over those guys, But I think Taysom Hill's got a lot of upside, but a lot of risk. He'll either get you 1 point or 1 to 2 points, or he'll get you 2 TDs. So if you need a big swing, I do think Taysom Hill might be your guy. If you need steady, something safer, I think Coker's probably better. Does everybody agree, Coker, or would you go with chestnut roasting on an open fire? So vote for
I also have Javonte Williams, but I hope he gets his shit back tonight. Back together tomorrow. Excuse my language.
Yeah, so you could start Javonte Williams?
Well, he's my RB2 right now with Gibbs at RB1.
Okay. So okay. I got you. Well, so if that's not in the question here, then Coker. I think Coker's getting the vote, bro.
Coker. Oh shit, Coker. All
right, bro. Language, bro. We got monetization. This is
finish him.
We hang up on Terrell every single show, and he gets mad about it, and then he comes in and monetization, bro. He comes in dropping bombs like crazy. He's gone.
Finish him.
Again, I wondered if he'd get himself hung up on again. I wondered how long will it take before Terrell gets hung up on? How long? Turn down the volume there, Matt. I hear myself screaming. And Matt, you got to call in with the showdown, bro. You're gone too. You're gone.
Finish him. Call
101. Calling into the show 101. You want to get hung up on? Have the background noise blaring. Bruce, did you get the answer? It looked like Worthy won.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it. No, I paused the show when I call in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get the.
I think Worthy got the vote. It was close. I stopped counting. It was flying in. Worthy did get the vote. I think Coleman's a nice play though, bro. Nice play.
Okay.
You
like
can't.
You were saying.
You can't really go wrong.
Okay. And like you were saying earlier, you would try Taysom Hill instead of Hawkinson, right? Because I have Hawkinson, but you would say
I would, but you got to understand what time it is, and that he could get you literally like 0 points.
Right.
I would venture to say Hawkinson's going to win the vote in the chat. So, chat, if you want to vote Hawkinson or Taysom Hill, but Taysom Hill is that guy, bro. That again, he's gonna do nothing for you. Terrell says, "Here's for the curse jar." Thank you, Terrell. Appreciate you. $2 hauler trying to make up for his cursing. And I curse like I swear like a sailor. I'm not like, Mr. Don't swear to me. It's it's more about the show. But yeah, I let's see what the chat says. TJ Hawkinson, Hawkinson by a mile. Taysom Hill. That's all we got so far.
Yeah, because I was scared because it's Hawkinson's first game back. It's, all that, the scary stuff. Just in my opinion.
Halloween week.
I don't know about anyone. Yeah, Halloween week.
You're scared. I get you. You're scared, Scotty. It's fine. Look, I mean, doesn't have a designation for the game, so he's not questionable or anything like that. He's ready to go. I just don't know. He had ACL and an MCL injury, and he's coming back for his first outing. Could he have a big day? Sure. Do I want to prove a game before I put him in? Yes. Do I feel like Taysom Hill is a golden player to throw out there? No, but I mean, bro, here's what the report is out of New Orleans. Taysom Hill lined up for more touches. This was 18 hours ago. New Orleans Saints quarterback tight end Taysom Hill caught 2 of his 4 targets for 21 yards, took 4 carries for 20 yards, and completed his lone pass attempt for 3 yards in Week 8 against the Chargers. He also forced a fumble. Okay, so it was his first game back after a 3-week absence due to the rib injury. In Week 9, Hill is suited for an even bigger game. Another week removed from injury, Hill will be facing the Panthers, who have allowed the most fantasy points in both running backs and tight ends in 2024. With Jamal Williams' groin doubtful and Kendre Miller hamstring already out, Hill will likely act as Kamara's primary backup. Let's get Taysom Hill in there.
Let him cook.
Dare I say this might even be one of the crafty starts of the week for your boy Smitty. Dare I say time to put Taysom Hill potentially on the Wild Wild West board. If we're even to create that tonight, I might come back and do it. I think Taysom Hill's a fantastic start this week, bro. I think Taysom Hill is somebody we need to start.
So Taysom Hill and Worthy. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, appreciate you, Brucey. We'll see you, broski.
Thank you, Smitty.
Later.
Yep. Same.
This might be one of the crafty starts of the week, guys. I'm going to put it on screen right here. Taysom Hill. One of the craftiest, one of the top starts of the week. There we go. Deep calls. Top deep calls. Deep starts of the week. How about that? Top, I don't want people to get crazy. Top deep starts of the week. Because I could just see somebody putting somebody on the bench that they shouldn't be. Like, Smitty, I put Laporta on the bench because of what you said. I put Laporta on the bench, Smitty. You told me. You told me to. Joey boy, appreciate you. I'm going to put you at the back of the line here. I'm coming for you. Let me clear the phone line out. We got Nelson and then Gavin. So Nelson, you're live first from Texas. Go.
I appreciate you, bro. Hey, Smitty, I'm in a tough spot when it's coming to receivers. I'm assuming BTJ is going to be out this weekend, and DK's already out. I'm in a 3-receiver league. And I was going to start McMillan and Elijah Moore, but now McMillan is hurt with a hamstring. So, I mean, I think he's already been out with a hamstring injury before. I was debating on dropping either McMillan or Elijah Moore for Coker, and I wasn't sure if I should do that.
Yeah, Coker seems to be like the go-to play for us this week for deep calls. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the top of the screen here too. I really think this is a smart move for people that have that can take the risk. No one's saying to start Coker over Coleman or you know what I mean. Like people need to understand what I'm saying. But Jalen Coker is a sneaky start for week 9.
So between like McMillan and Moore, who would you like drop for Coker?
Moore. I'd drop Moore.
More?
Either way. We're splitting hairs here, bro. I mean, look, I think McMillan, because McMillan cemented into a role, Elijah Moore, I like him, but he's had time to prove to us that he can do good things. But how many times is he gonna fail us, bro? Hey, hang tight real quickly. Or do you got anything else real quick? I'm gonna go over to fake Patrick Mahomes. He's on the phone. Anything else? Okay, appreciate you. We got deep fake Patrick Mahomes on the line. Patty, how you doing, pal?
I'm good, man. How are you doing today?
I'm good, bro. Glad to hear your voice. You going up against Baker Mayfield on Monday Night Football. Can you tell me what kind of stat line we're looking at? You cooking up on Monday Night Football?
Oh, absolutely. This is the first 3-touchdown game this season. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns to Worthy.
2 to Worthy? You heard it now from fake Patrick Mahomes. Two touchdowns to Worthy.
Let him cook.
Good stuff.
Yeah, fake Patty Mahomes. I'm so glad to hear you say that, pal. What else can I do for you? How can I help you? You shouldn't be focused on fantasy right now. You should be preparing for week 9. But go ahead. What can I do for you?
Equally important.
Yes.
I have this weird thing right now. I have both Jalen Hurts and Saquon, which is great. They're both great. I've gotten some trade offers recently, and I'm just kind of like wanting to see your opinion about what my roster might look like if I do these trades, or should I just stay put? So, if you care if I tell you my starters real fast?
Go for you, bro. Anything.
Okay, so I got Hurts at QB. Then I have Achane and Saquon at RB. And then receivers, I have Debo, Cup, MHJ, and Reed. And then tight end Bowers.
Cup, Debo.
I'm liking it.
Cup, Debo, and who?
MHJ and Jaden Reed.
Okay.
So I've been getting offers to split basically Saquon for any receiver I want. I can get Chase or A.J. Brown, which is great. I don't necessarily need the receivers, but then another person offered me if I were to trade both Cup and Debo, I can get Gibbs and Flowers and Ridley. So I can do some workarounds here to get Gibbs and Chase, basically, for Debo, Cup, and Saquon. But am I doing too much, or should I just stay put?
Okay, so you're talking about Saquon, Cup, and Debo for Chase, Gibbs, and Flowers.
And Ridley too, but that's pretty minimal.
Yeah, I'd rather have Saquon, Cup, and Debo over Chase, Gibbs, and jeez.
So you see what I'm saying about how
I do, Patty. Patty, I get you, bro. This is like reading a.
It has the upside.
This is like reading a defense with on fourth and 12, game on the line. Patrick Mahomes is trying to make a decisive decision on the fly. It's tough. It's tough.
It is.
Let's go to the chat. Chat, we liken Saquon, Cup, and Debo. Basically, would he be trading if he did these two trades? Saquon, Cup, and Debo, or Chase, Gibbs, and Flowers, and Ridley. He get Ridley too. The way I look at it is Chase and Saquon are near dead even. I'd probably lean Saquon slightly. That bye week's out of the way. He's playing like an absolute monster. But Gibbs, we might be looking at this wrong. Gibbs and Saquon, pretty damn close. I'd rather have Saquon by a hair, but to be honest with you, I don't know. I go back and forth on this. I think Gibbs is that good.
Yeah.
Chase over Cup. Chase and Flowers over Cup and Debo. This is a tough call. This is let's see. Saquon. Hold on, let me read these off. Saquon side, Chase side. Chase, Gibbs, Ridley, Saquon Cup. Someone said, can you just make the Gibbs and Flowers trade?
And not do the Chase for Saquon, so I have 3 running backs.
Can you start all 3 running backs and still start 3 receivers? I mean, that's I like his idea.
But then my receivers, are you comfortable with MHJ, Reed, and Flowers being my 3 receivers?
MHJ, Reed, and Flowers. Yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, I think I just want to do the whole trade. Gibbs side, Barkley side. Give me the Chase Gibbs side. Chase Gibbs side. Love the Gibbs side. Bro, these guys are excited. These guys are exciting me about. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say this, Patty. You know this more than anybody. You've dealt with injuries more than any quarterback in the National Football League this year. You've got Rasheed Rice down. You've got Hollywood Brown. You lost Hollywood Brown. You lost Pacheco. You're losing guys left and right. You have the ability to get out of this Debo and Cup situation, which there's some injury risk there. There is. Saquon, kind of an injury-prone player that obviously is playing amazing. Like there is. If I had to grade this side and say, okay, regardless of how they've done, what's the injury risk level of one of these guys going down, or even two? Let's say even 2 of them missing significant time. I'd say it's like a 6 to 7 on the injury radar. Whereas this side, anything can happen, but this side feels more like a 5 to 6. It's a slightly less amount of risk. I'm going to say what's your record?
4-4.
You kind of need something. I think you need, although Cup's been out, Debo was injured. I get that.
Yeah, I got him off.
I'm gonna say
because I've gone against high scores every week.
I'm gonna say do it, and then I'm not done there. I will potentially move The audience can't even see these names. You got Hurts and Achane. I would potentially move. I know a lot of people are going to say Achane's great, Achane. I would potentially move. I'm sorry, Flowers is great. Flowers and Reed, Flowers and MHJ, Flowers, and maybe you got Tracy on the bench or something you didn't tell me about, Chase Brown. Flowers and somebody to try and just get into like a player that I like slightly more, but this is a great. So the end of the day, your team's going to look like this. Let's rewrite it out. We got Achane, we got Gibbs, we got Jamar Chase, we got MHJ, we got Reed, and Flowers, right?
Yeah.
Your other team was great. I like this team just as much. They're dead even. I'm gonna say give me the Gibbs side.
Can't go wrong. That's the great thing here.
All right. Hey, real quickly before you bail out of here, can I get a this is deep fake Patrick Mahomes and you're watching the Fantasy Football Show. Go.
Of course, Smitty. This is deep fake Patrick Mahomes and you're listening to the Fantasy Football Show.
Attaboy.
Let him cook.
All right, my favorite call of the week. All right, Patty, we'll see you later.
See you later, man.
I love me some fake Patty Mahomes, man. Let's go over to Gavin from AZ, who's been waiting patiently. I'm sorry, Gavin. What can I do for you? You're the last caller till I at least clear the super chats out. Go ahead.
If BTJ is out, would you start Tillman or Sutton?
Tillman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is BTJ gonna play? Do you think?
Chat, can we get a vote on that? Is BTJ? I don't know right now. It doesn't sound like he's trending there, but anything could happen. Let me pull it up real quick. Just a game time decision. It feels like it's trending in the. I don't want to say the total wrong direction, but we'll find out. We'll definitely know in the morning, bro. I don't think we'll be like led astray, all afternoon as we wait for it. I think these are typically things we hear in the early morning.
I think he's gonna eventually later because Kurt's out the whole year. He's gonna start cooking.
Yeah, yeah. Go Tillman, and I think I think you're gonna be happy with that call regardless. I think Tillman's gonna be pretty good this week. So even if you put Tillman in, you bumped and hit your head, you woke up, Tuesday morning, and someone's like, "Bro, you see BTJ? You had that 40-yard touchdown this week." You're gonna go, "No, I did it," and then someone's gonna go, "Don't worry, Tillman had 90 yards, 5 catches, and a score," and you'd be like, "Okay." All right, Gavin, appreciate you. Later, bro. All right, let me get these super chats out of the way. Let me drag these over on screen. These are the next in line supers. Overcome Money Mitch. Appreciate you guys dropping your super chats on screen. My people, we got this one right here. Overcome, appreciate you. Leo, thanks for your super chat. TP, thank you for your super chat. N87, I got you right here, pal. Laundromat Jack, you got 10 seconds, bro, because I got to get to these super chats. Go.
Hey, Smitty, would you trade JSN and Xavier Worthy to either Debo or Olave, and which one do you like more?
Say that again?
Would you trade JSN and Xavier Worthy for Olave or Debo, and which one do you like more? So
JSN and Xavier Worthy for Olave or Debo.
I'm in a 10-man, so I'm trying to upgrade them.
Yeah, that's a great trade, bro. Either one's fantastic. I don't know which one I want, though. I love both of them. I'd take either one. Surprise me. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know.
One more.
I'd probably say Debo. Better offense, better team. And bro, without Ayuk, he's gonna ball out. Give me Debo. Give me Debo. I love Olave, but there's more problems there. It's a problematic situation. Let's not pretend everything's going to be back to 100%. No questions.
Can I ask one more?
Yeah.
For Nico Collins, would you trade Amon-Ra and Worthy?
Nico Collins for Amon-Ra and Worthy?
Yes.
I would take Amon-Ra over Nico straight up probably right now. That could change in the coming week, but like right now, if I need a win, if you don't need a win, I guess I'd call him pretty even. I still think we can't act like Amon-Ra St. Brown isn't, as good, dead even as Nico. He is. Nico's great, bro, but I don't think we can go there. I mean, Amon-Ra, the extra game, that bye week.
You personally, if you're trying to win a league, what do you feel?
I'm going Amon-Ra because we don't fully know what Nico's situation is. Even though he's expected to be back, what if he gets out there? I can tell you right now, he's not out there running in game speed. He's not. Like, he's resting it as long as he can. Then he's going to come out there and he's got to dial it up. And then if he goes out there and fires it off, bro, one cut and he could be like, gosh, damn, we're back. We're back to past ground zero. So there's risk involved. I mean, Amon-Ra does play with like muscles detached from the bone, though. Like we don't know what he's exactly dealing with because he doesn't tell us until the season's over. So who knows? He's very injury prone himself. I think the chat's going to be torn on this one. Chat, you can vote if you like. All right, I got to go, Laundry Matt. Matt, you got 10 seconds, Matt. I got to go.
Thanks, man.
Sweet. Quick trade question. Would you take Jaden Reed and Tyrone Tracy and try and go get Malik Neighbors?
Yes. I think both are great sides, though. There's advantages to both.
Cool.
But
would you do Puka instead of Reed?
Puka and Tracy? No. I'd rather have Puka than Neighbors if Puka's healthy.
Oh, okay. Because I have Puka.
I know you do.
I'm a little worried.
Well, I mean, as you should be, but also, there is a side of this where there's not anything to worry about. So, you could get scared and send them.
Evans?
Do I what?
I've got Evans, so do I use him to?
Yeah, I would use Evans to go get. Who was it? Neighbors, yes, of course. Yeah, Evans is out for weeks, bro. All right, later. Appreciate you. All right, phone lines are closed. I'm being too generous here. I'm being way too generous here. Phone lines closed. County Heat 7-1. Purdy, Kirk, Sam Darnold, Flacco, Henry, Superflex, Mixon, Chubb, Devontae Smith. Trade stay. Purdy, Kirk. I mean, I would trade if I could trade a QB. I would. Henry, Mixon's fantastic. I'm trying to get rid of Hunt to the Pacheco owner before that expiration date comes a knocking. BT's injured. You can't really trade him. Maybe you could try. Maybe you trade Hunt and BT to that player, that owner, and he has some wide receiver that makes sense for this, like a Debo or whatever that's on a bye week. Pittman, BT, Devontae Smith and Hunt for an upgrade wide receiver. That's the only thing I look to do. Also, mix Ferguson in there or Kittle. I'm not scared to trade Kittle away. You've got all those points. Everything Kittle's done, you get to keep. You know what I mean? Like, you can't think of like I'm trading a guy's top 5. You get to keep everything. Right now, is Kittle going to outscore Ferguson by so many points that this trade you might be able to pull off with Kittle isn't? Go get Tyreek Hill. Go get Debo Samuel. You get an extra piece in there. You get, like, if you traded Kittle straight up for Nico, straight up for Tyreek Hill, your team is changed dramatically, and I like it a lot. So you're 7-1. You don't need to make too many moves, but I would make that move. Rank these running backs rest of season. Gibbs, Achane, K9, James Cook. I'd probably say Gibbs, Achane, mini tier break. K9 and James Cook tied. But definitely Gibbs and Achane ahead of those guys, and Gibbs would be my number one. Smitty, flex JSN or Ingram and throw in some fava beans and a bottle of candy. Let's go with Ingram. Ingram, target hog. Let's go BT. Especially if BT's out. Full PPR, Tracy or Chase Brown. I go Tracy by a hair, but I want both of them in your lineup, bro. Pick one: Pittman, Hopkins, Amari. I'm gonna go probably Pittman here. Hawkinson or Ingram, go Ingram. Let Hawkinson prove it. Drop Khalil Herbert or Vidal to pick up Coker. I'd probably drop Khalil Herbert. I know he could get traded, but it's a lot of spec, bro. 6 and 2 got Dak, Kyron, JT, Monty, Mason, Tracy, AJB, CD, DJ Moore, Worthy. I like this team. Would you do Monty and Moore for Amon-Ra and Connor? Yes. Monty and Moore. Yes, I would do that. I like Amon-Ra as the best player in the deal, and Connor's equivalent to the other players. So you're kind of winning all sides of this trade. Joey Boy, rate my team. I think I got 2 of yours on screen here. Appreciate you. Rate my team: Mahomes, Hall, Bijan, Nico, Neighbors, Downs, Kraft. Like the team. Tracy. I like this team a lot. I've been saying trade Brooks all year. You guys have heard me every single week. Almost every single team that has Brooks on it, you've almost 100%. I think I'm 100%. You've always heard me say when I read a team off Brooks, trade Brooks and so trade Brooks, because it's unknown. And now we're looking at a lot more unknown. We don't know what's going on with him. He's a good player to hold, but he's also a much better player to trade. I don't know if he's got more or less trade value right now. Tillman and Brooks, Tracy and Brooks, Tracy and Tillman, Downs and Tracy. I'm trying to get the one big monster. I'm trying to get a Kamara. I'm trying to get a Tyreek Hill. I'm trying to get a Debo. I'm trying to get a Nico Collins type player to go next to you. I know you got Nico. Neighbors, I know you got Neighbors, but those type of players using that combination, I think you do that, Joey Boy, and you're in the mix, bro. Tracy, Madison, JSN, or Tillman. Of this crew right here, start 2, I'm going Tracy locked in, and I'm going to go Tillman here. I think JSN's a nice play, though. N87, appreciate your blank super chat, $5 hauler, but I do know you dropped another one here, so I'll get to it in a second. Sup, appreciate you. 10-man PPR, St. Brown, MHJ, Olave, Keon Coleman, Jones, Jacob Swift, Addison, Ferguson, and Andrews. Need 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex, 1 tight end. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Okay, so you're going to go with St. Brown, and you're going to go with probably MHJ. You're going to go with Jacobs, and you're going to go with probably Aaron Jones. Geez, you got to go 1 flex between Olave and Swift, or maybe you're playing Swift over Jones, Aaron Jones. I don't know. Chat, Aaron Jones or Swift. And then whoever's left over, vote on that one. Aaron Jones or Swift. Whoever's left over is pitted against Olave or MHJ. I don't know, bro. I would probably say I'm going to go St. Brown, MHJ, Olave, Jacobs, and Aaron Jones. I hate putting Swift on the bench. You need to make a trade. You need to make a trade. The chat is voting right now on Swift or Aaron Jones to help you. That's my call, but the chat is voting right now if that helps sway you. I'm very on the fence, so let the chat decide, honestly. Smitty, need 1. Flowers, Mooney, Myers. Give me Flowers. Appreciate you, N87. Pearsall for Swift or Bucky. I would take Swift and then Bucky and then Pearsall in that order, TP. So yes. Trade JT, Dell, or Sutton for Jacobs, Olave, Andrews. JT, Dell, or Sutton. So I'd rather trade Sutton. So JT and Sutton for Jacobs, Olave, Andrews. I'd easily take that. JT and Sutton for Jacobs, Olave, Andrews. Well, I don't know if I'd say easy, but yeah, I would. Jacobs and Olave alone is better than JT. And if you throw Dell in, I think it becomes even. And then I say don't do that one. I definitely trade Sutton, though. Appreciate you. Flex Tillman or Chestnut. We're going to go Tillman. I'm not ready for Chestnut roasting on an open fire just yet, my guy. DK and Warren for Chase Brown and Keon. I'd take DK. And, well, yeah, I'd take DK. I just think he's still a wide receiver 1, bro. Yo, start Love over Stafford now. I'd probably say, guys, with Puka expected to play, are you starting Jordan Love, who's also expected to play now? Are you starting Jordan Love or Stafford? Let's give this man our attention. Let's give Sticky a chat vote. I'm playing a 7-1 team tomorrow and need all the upside. Right now I have Downs over Reed and Stafford over Love. Should I swap them or hold and play it safe? Oh, jeez, bro. I'd probably say... Can I ask the chat for another favor here? Can you give me the two players you're starting? You've got Stafford and Love and Downs and Reed. Can you please vote and give me the quarterback and the wide receiver you're playing? Sticky, I hate to go to the chat, but I don't know the answer to this. Sometimes I'm on the fence. I'm doing you a disservice. I have people that come in here, run their mouth and say, Smitty, someone gave you a $10 super chat and you didn't even answer me. You asked the audience. You're damn straight I asked the audience because my audience knows what in the hell they're talking about. And if I feel on the fence, I'm doing a disservice to somebody if I just make something up. I'm going to the audience, just like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'm asking the audience because they're cooking.
Let him cook.
Some people I don't understand it. You give them a bunch of votes and somebody thinks that's bad. Stafford and Reed, Stafford and Downs, Stafford and Downs, Stafford and Downs, Reed and Stafford, Downs. Downs is getting the vote over Reed. Stafford and Reed, Stafford and Downs, Stafford and Downs. I'm going to say Downs and Love. Final answer, but I can't say I'm very confident in that, bro. I'm just being honest with you. 12-team, full PPR, Achane or AJB for Kyron straight up. First of all, I like Achane over AJB, but it depends on how your receivers are going to shake out here. But I'd rank them Kyron, Achane, AJB in that order. So clearly I'm taking Kyron no matter what. But do I keep AJB over Achane? Depends. It's close enough to where, it does matter what your wide receivers are looking like. $9.99 from Baytown. Appreciate you. 6-2-12 full PPR. Traded Reed, Monty for Kyron. Reed and Monty. I love it. Starting team. Okay. Start Geno or Murray. I'm gonna go probably Murray. DK out, bro. And flex Aaron Jones or Kupp. I'm going Kupp. I'm not even... I like Aaron Jones. Not saying don't start Aaron Jones, bro, at all. I'm just telling you I'm not sitting Kupp. Also have BT on the bench. Consider trading. Yeah, BT... I don't know if you could trade him hurt, but BT and like a player like... maybe BT gets you a QB upgrade. Maybe BT and Walker could get you a Gibbs or... something like that. Maybe BT and Walker gets you Kamara. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you'd rather have Walker. Honestly, I go back and forth on whether I like Walker or Kamara more going forward. I really think Walker is a freaking steal going forward, but there is risk. But there's risk with a 29-year-old running back in Kamara. Tried to call 45 times for 2 questions. Girls can't get through. No, I don't even know. We got a bunch of callers that come in. You'd be surprised how many people are calling in, and I've got a full phone line. If I was to accept every call, we'd have 85 people on the call. Appreciate your super chat. $20 hauler.
To Mars.
We'll open the phone lines here in a minute, I think, again, but I'm probably also coming back tonight for a late night show. Okay, so we'll have the phone lines open there as well. Is this a fair my Kupp and Evans for Swift and DJ Moore or Swift and Deontay Johnson? No, do not make that trade. I would rather have Kupp alone probably over Swift and Deontay. Swift and DJ Moore, you can make arguments, but I still would probably rather have Kupp. Do not do this trade. Don't. If I'm trading, let's say, Evans. I'm trading Evans with another player. I'm trying to buy low on Kamara if you need a running back. Walker if you need a running back. Debo on a bye week. Nico Collins, who's not back from injury yet. Those are the players. Puka Nacua. Maybe you trade Evans for Puka Nacua, who's banged up right now and they're scared. Give up something else if you can. Do I like Swift? I do. I admit I haven't given him enough credit. He's been balling out, but I want Cooper Kupp over Swift all day. And Evans being treated like he's not coming back to dominate once he's back. There's no way you're doing this trade. Stand down, walk away. There's got to be a better situation that we could get you in. That's a horrible trade. Send them this. At whoever sent you that trade, I don't know if it was a family member trying to take advantage or whatever. At 1 hour and 15 minutes into the show, you sent him this little number.
You are offer sex. You are trade offer sex.
Who is the trap game king, McVay or Shanahan? I mean, McVay has, in my opinion, Shanahan's number. So I'd rather have McVay coaching my team. At wide receiver 3, Worthy or Tillman. I'm going to go Worthy, but I think they're really, really close. You heard fake Patrick Mahomes. He said Worthy 2 TDs this week. So how can we go against fake Patty? Rest of season, Ridley, Keon, J-Mo, Addison, and Pearsall. I'd probably go J-Mo, once we get through this week, even though I'm still critical of his behavior and how he can't get his head straight, but he's still a baller. And the team believes in him. So it's not like he's failing out now. But will he fail out eventually? He might make a huge mistake and make more bad decisions. Who knows? Keon Coleman's second, though, if I had to rank these guys in order. But definitely going to say, give me J-Mo. Pulled the trigger on Underdog. Higher advice. Thank you, G-Dog. Did you use the link? Code Smitty. Code Smitty gets it done. Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty. They'll match your first deposit 50%. They'll also up to $1,000. Here's the link right now. I'm gonna pin the link in the live chat. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Do it live. We'll play the hires. Draft a week 9 team. We'll be doing some hires tonight, G-Dog. So hang tight. Can you be there for tonight's show, G-Dog? And in the morning I'll give you the picks. I don't have them in front of me right now, but I will pull them up. Start Shakir versus Miami or Tracy. We're going Tracy. Tracy, easy. Tracy, Shakir, or Tillman. I have Tracy. Tillman would be my second choice, though, if I do have to pick a second one. Nico or, what's this one here? Tracy and Nico for CMC. I'd rather have Tracy and Nico by a country mile. Would you start Puka if you have him on your team? For right now, yeah, unless he, the word comes out that he's sitting, but certainly going to play him. 10-man, I'm 7-1. Josh Allen, Bijan, Jacobs, Sharbs, Brooks, Braylon Allen, AJB, Chase, Jamar Chase. Wow, Deontay, Devontae, nice team. Traded Ladd for Devontae Adams. I like that. I'm fine with that. Either way, I mean, Ladd's earned that side though too. You can't say that's a bad trade on his. Ladd's a good player right now. He's playing really well. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with either side. I like this team a lot. I'm looking at it. I don't see much to really upgrade other than try and maybe explore a Brooks and Deontay, Brooks and Devontae. Brooks and Devontae maybe. Hawkinson, Brooks and Devontae for one Hill, for one Kamara, for one Walker, for one Debo, for one Nico Collins, for one player in that territory of player. Puka Nacua banged up. Reese, those things make sense to me. I'd make those moves. I'd throw all three together. I'd use the tight end, the advantage of having 2 tight ends. 12-team, full PPR, HN or AJB for Kyron straight up. I think I already answered this one. Yeah. And then was there another part of the question? I have AJB, Neighbors, Scary Terry, leftovers. I would have K9, ETN at running back. K9 and ETN at running back. Okay. I don't, you have AJB, Neighbors, Scary Terry. So if you did this, thank you for the additional information. I'm sorry if I didn't see that earlier. If you just maybe posted this again, you might have. That's tough. So you'd have Kyron and you'd have K9. So you'd be fine at running back if you traded away Achan And you'd also have Neighbors, Scary Terry. You'd be kind of fine at wide receiver, too, if you did AJB. I guess I would keep... If you could start 3 running backs, it's not going to affect you. I'd keep Achane. But that's tough. AJB for Kyron, I definitely do that. That's a freaking home run. Christopher with the $5 hauler, but Luke steps in and says, I go first. $20 hauler.
Tumas.
Appreciate you. $20 hauler from Luke. Smitty, need help creating a trade for another running back. QB, Darnold, JJ, Cup, Garrett Wilson, Jacobs, Kenneth Walker, Otten, Amari Cooper. Godwin IR. JJ Cup, Garrett Wilson. Unfortunately, my man, I don't know that you can make this move unless you were to trade. I don't think JJ's got the firepower to get you the right 2-for-1, but you could try. But I'm talking about like Kamara or Achane or Breece Hall. Breece Hall and a wide receiver for JJ, but that wide receiver needs to be somebody that people like. They're just discrediting, they're discounting a Debo type player. Like, you do that kind of 2-for-1, I'm on board. But only something that extravagant. If not, I hate to say this because I love him. I love him. Look, I love him. He's right here. We love him. We love him. This hasn't been touched. This is locked in preseason, by the way. I've had a couple people say, Smitty, are these the new guys? No, this is preseason. I haven't touched this. This is locked in. Okay, this is preseason. Locked in. Let me just adjust this real quickly. Preseason locked in. Can't adjust it. Won't adjust it. This is it. I love Garrett Wilson. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? But Garrett Wilson's a good trade commodity right now, and there are running backs like Kamara that can be had. Walker can be had. Breece Hall can be had. Garrett Wilson for Breece Hall. Try it. Try it. If you got to give up something else down here, do it. And, get Mahomes in your lineup, for goodness sakes. The disrespect to our boy. He just called into the show. Even though that was deep fake Patrick Mahomes still. 2-6, 12 team. Caleb, T-Law, HN, Chase Brown, Hill, Neighbors, Debo, Deontay, Pearsall, Pitts, and Njoku, any moves. Everybody seems to be standing down. I like a different quarterback, to be honest with you. I go after Mahomes. Look at the disrespect he's getting on benches everywhere. So he's obviously cheap. He's obviously somebody that you could get via an Njoku, maybe. Njoku and maybe... I don't know. Maybe I love your receivers. Hill, Neighbors, Debo, Deontay. Like, that's trade Deontay, trade Pearsall, trade Njoku. You can't trade Chase Brown unless you're trading Chase Brown and Njoku for like a slight running back upgrade, like Kenneth Walker, something like that. Achane for Breece Hall and a wide receiver. Debo-esque. Throw in Pearsall. You need to throw in Njoku if you need to make that 2-for-2 creative. That's what I'm doing with that team. Past that, there's not a lot to do. You got a pretty solid team. You just kind of... Chase Brown's going to step up in the nick of time. Ladd, Worthy, Coleman. Probably say Ladd's your safest play. Worthy and Coleman are a equal mix of higher reward potentially, but more risk. I'd probably say Ladd if you're needing something steady. Worthy if you want to swing for the fences, but you're okay and you're accepting of that this could be a like 2-point game, bro, for him. It could be 2 or 22. Mahomes, Nix, Cup, Amari, Terry, Dell, Worthy, Coleman, Bijan, Achane, Wright, Brooks, Warren, Garendo, 5-3. Love the squad. Love the squad. Mahomes, Cup, Scary Terry, Dell, Worthy. Like that a lot. Bijan, Achane. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say stand down unless you're trading Brooks and Coleman, Brooks and Worthy, Brooks and Amari, and you're getting some crafty, like think Puka Nacua before he came back. Are there situations out there where you can go scoop up somebody you know, something along the lines of, I got this all in a absolute, it's a big smash together. I can't even see anything. Let's see. Some of these are old. I just had it plastered on the screen there. I guess I would say like Pacheco would be interesting. Hassan, that could be one that I could get behind. You know, you're trading away like Brooks and Coleman, or Brooks and yeah, I don't know. Brooks and Coleman. There's not much to trade. I like your team. Brooks and Coleman for something like that. Pacheco, I'd do it. Past that, not much to do, bro. Not much to do at all. Pick one, MHA, Olave, Worthy, or Downs. I'm going to go MHA. A hair over Olave. Also, Tracy or Brian Robinson Jr. Tracy for right now. Tracy's a solid play, bro. Solid. High-end running back, too. Jane Daniels, Knicks, JT, Gibbs, Hubbard, Tracy, Irving, Olave, Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Ridley, Jennings, Pitts, and Njoku was offered Pacheco for Pitts and Bucky. Offered Pacheco for Pitts and Bucky. I think that's too much. I'd rather have Pitts and Bucky. Bucky's playing great, bro. And Pacheco's no guarantees. Great to buy low, but Pitts is a top 5 tight end. I'm going to say stand down on that. I want a player. If I'm trading Pitts and Bucky, I want like a doubted Kamara, a doubted Kenneth Walker, a doubted Hill, a doubted Debo, a doubted Puka Nacua. I mean, Pitts is worth more than that. I'm not saying you get it. It's just that's what I'm swinging for. A DK Metcalf injured, a Debo Samuel on a bye. Like, those are what I'm going for with that combination, my boy. Appreciate you all. I'll see you all tonight. If I missed your super chat, there might have been one that I X'd out. I think I brought it back. But if I missed anybody's super chat, don't fake this, because I'll know, and I won't answer your question, and I won't answer your next question either. If I missed your super chat in the comments, not the live chat comments, in the actual video comments, put a bunch of like dollar emojis, get my attention, and ask the question, and I'll answer it. If I missed it somehow, I apologize. I'll see you all tonight. Yeah, says you missed mine. Drop Khalil Herbert for Vidal, pick up Coker. I answered that one. I said I would drop Herbert. I answered that one. Drop 2, I answered this one. Drop 2, Vidal and Herbert. Vidal and Herbert. I keep Grendo. And this one, based on permission to seek a trade. Herbert, stash. I answered all 3 of these, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Appreciate you, though. Yeah, he's a stash, but I don't know. I'm not going out of my way on Herbert. See you all tonight. Appreciate you. Somebody went on a potty break and said I missed their super chat. All right, see you tonight. Bye.